modes of transport, because somewhere we can only go by boat, somewhere we can only go take mules, somewhere only helicopter, somewhere you can only walk. These are all the means of communication which we have to resort to, because there is no alternative to any of them. We are always learning and we are always innovating. Every election that we conduct is better than the previous one. The benchmark keeps going higher and higher, and these are some of the very recent innovations. In fact, I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised, Excellency Mr. Preti has been talking about the booth level officer. It has now become a routine for us, but he particularly took note of this system. We have taken this survey right to the doorsteps of the people. There is who is a booth level officer? A local teacher, a local patwari, a local official who lives in the same mohalla as you. You walk across in the evening, see whether your name is there on the roll or not. If not, take a form, fill it up, give it to the BLO. A week later, your name will appear. He or she will give you your voter card. We have literally taken it to the doorstep. Just we give them a small honorarium, but the authority which it gives them, the sense of importance which they get, the pride which they get, it is working very well. We just introduced it 4 years ago. But now there is a counterpart. Now suppose booth level agent is bought by a political party, or he is partisan towards a political party. There has to be a check and balance. The entire election system is based on check and balance. So we have asked all political parties to appoint their booth level agents to keep in touch regularly and to counter any political influence which BLO may come under. Vulnerability mapping is that. Every district has a document, this thing, and it's a one document that we go down to each booth, and every booth, who are the 10, 20, 30 people who are gundas, who are mischief makers, who are criminals, who can threaten. We know them by name and the name of father and grandfather. What are the offenses they have committed, and we let them know that we know you. Once they know that you can't get away, so they behave. So this exercise, closer to the election, we fine-tune. It works very well. It is a great deterrent. Then comment is the communication for election tracking. All 1 million booths, we make sure that we are there in communication with us. And 3, 4 fail-safe method. We identify fails. We use satellite phones. If all that fails, remember what I told you about Ladakh, people have to walk. Then we have a runner. When the technology fails, then we have a runner, 2, 3 able-bodied young men who are identified beforehand, who will run 2, 3, 4, 5 kilometers to the nearest phone, landline, and tell us, look, booth has been captured, or this is what has happened. So immediately, within 10, 15 minutes we know, and within 10, 15 minutes we respond. Great deterrent again. This we introduced 4 years ago. This was an innovation of a collector in Madhya Pradesh. We liked it. So we made it an all-India scheme, and we also brought him in the election commission. So then we have observers, micro-observers, expenditure observers. Voter slips is something in facilitation we introduced in Bihar for the first time 6 months ago in 5 states. Earlier, voter slips were issued by the candidates. Now, they would give it to some, they will not give it to some. If they think you are hostile, they will not give it to you. But we said, doesn't matter, we will give you the voter slip with your picture, which will tell you where is your booth and what is your number. So you can go conveniently to the booth, and your number is clearly written, and within a minute and a half, you will be able to vote and come out. This facilitated the voter participation in these last 6 states. And of course, I have mentioned about the helpline. Voter education is another innovation we've done in the last 1 year. We realized that we need to involve the voter in greater participation. You know, voter apathy was very common, particularly in urban areas. In cities like Hyderabad, Lucknow, Bombay, Delhi, 29%, 35%. So, in fact, in the last election in 2008 and 9 in Maharashtra, we used Sachin Tendulkar and Amir Khan and others as icons. Despite their appeal, all we achieved was 41%. Now, it's a shame. Now, the people who sit in their drawing rooms and criticize the government without having taken the trouble of voting have no moral right. comment on the government. They should participate. And not only they don't vote, it is a kind of a fashion statement. Oh, who vote? You have no time. Now we want to turn this fashion statement into a statement of shame and embarrassment. And we did an interesting campaign in Delhi, which was called a Pappu campaign. Now, since most of you follow Hindi songs here, there was a Hindi song, Pappu Can't Dance Sala, remember? On that, we did 16 parody songs that we can't use the word Sala in our official communication, so we turned it into Pappu doesn't vote, aha. And now this Pappu is a very smart guy, he does everything, he can even dance. But the only the thing missing in his name, he doesn't vote. Now we ridiculed him, we poo-pooed this kind of a Pappu, and at the end of our campaign, they were really so embarrassed. After the election, they made sure that they voted. Our voting percentage went up substantially in Delhi, and they were all showing their finger, look, I voted, I voted. Earlier they used to proudly say that they don't bother, but you know, this is what voter education can do. So we have used voter education very systematically. We call it sweep division, systematic voter education and electoral participation. We are very responsive to public suggestion. It was originally called Sweep division. And you know Shekhar Gupta, he was once talking to me in his Walk the Talk. When I mentioned sweep, he said it doesn't sound like a good acronym. Why don't you make it sweep? I said, brilliant idea. And immediately we changed it as soon as he went away. We changed it to sweep. So that is how quickly we respond to public suggestion. Anyway, so these are some of the things we are doing. Now we use voter education very systematically. We use social marketing, which happens to be the subject of my PhD also. I thought I should apply it, where they do systematic research in the voter knowledge, attitude, practices and behavior. Why is it that they are indifferent? And what is it that we can do to motivate them to come and vote? And when we use those techniques, all 5 states which went to poll recently have recorded historical turnout, the highest ever turnout in history, over 80–85%. So that was the achievement from voter education. If you see some of the figures in Delhi, from 47% to 52%, which is 5%, which in terms of percentage becomes 10% increase. Jharkhand, 6% becomes 12% in terms of percentages. These are percentage point. Bihar, 16% increase. Tamil Nadu, 11%, highest in history. Kerala, 4%. West Bengal, 3%, but again highest in history. They were already high. From 80 to 82 is a very, very difficult task. From 40 to 60 may be easy. So that is what we have recently done. Next. Then National Voters Day. Another new initiative which we did for the first time. Excellency will remember he participated in that. The idea for this was born in a meeting like this in Bhubaneswar. Somebody from the audience got up and said that 18 years is an age to celebrate. I thought it's a bright statement he made, but let us see what can we do to celebrate. Immediately we got thinking. Within a week we came up with a program which is the biggest program of human youth mobilization in the world, and I'll tell you how. We said the eligibility date in India to become a voter at 18 is 1st of January. Normally we used to notify our roles in April, May, November, maybe not even for 2 years or 3 years. We decided that from October in advance, we will start identifying those who will become 18 on the 1st of January. And on 5th of January 2011, the rolls will be notified across the country. And on 25th of January, when we had our international conference where we had all chief election commissioners of the world, we converted into National Voters Day. And their President of India gave voter identity card to young voters who became voters for the first time, and we had 8 lakh simultaneous functions in the country that day, along with Rashtrapati, giving their photo identity card to the young voters. 17 million people were given voter ID card that day. 5.2 million out of them were those who had just become 18. And mind you, this was a scheme which we had just started. This year, we will show double the results for sure, because we are now already working. So this is, and then we requested the Government of India to make 25th of January